Yo, what is good? My anime grateful. What is good, yo? Guys, Plunderers. I am really interested in seeing what people are feeling about this show. Not only has it been quite a bit of episodes, we still haven't got defining answers in the case of what happened to Ace and some of his members, including the one that says sorry, I called him Ace, Lich, and what he supposedly broke as a promise, and seeing now what's going to lead us into the final, confrontation almost, or is this Zimmerman or whatever the heck the blonde guy is he even going to get involved or have to get involved? There's so much lying on Lich's whole entire victory right now, and to think he's going against two aces does not sound like an easy task or even a possible one at that, because as we could see, they were leads up beyond human or military. At least, they're still human, but at least the military was trained to such a degree to be able to fight and kill and take care of their enemies, and they were still no different outside of being a civilian practically, even with all that training, compared to an ace. So, seeing just how capable some of these aces are, it leads to believe one should be able to take out another. But when it comes down to one taking out two, especially one that has an ability that 100% hinders another that's fighting against the two, it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. And that's what this show has easily built up. And here's my problem with the overall pursue girl. I hope she's just putting on an act and that brings out the blonde guy, because from what I understand, she's not putting on an act. This is just like when Lich loses himself and pretty much the blood takes over and yada, right? With that, it's hard to believe that we're just going to have to take whatever they give us after he defeats both of them, or if she was putting on an act and she just showed up to make sure they wouldn't suspect her betraying them and stuff like that. Because, like I said, if this is the effect of the blood of becoming an ace and you just for some reason can't control it after you've hit such a peak, I understand that. That's cool. That's that. For some reason, the contract that they signed, or the way to attain this power, had such a negative backlash. It's so negative that you can't even really stop yourself from doing the things that you wouldn't normally do. So, knowing that, it could be possible she's not playing an act, but at the same time, if she comes back to her senses, I think she would probably get taken out by Dolan before Ace wins. So they are both eliminated. I feel like both of these two aces are going to get eliminated somehow, some way. One thing I don't see happening, or I don't expect, is seeing the other ace who should be here, or at least on his way or something. Like, what is he doing? Mr. Ace of Explosion, Gel Boy's Papa. It feels like this would be an interesting time to just have him show up and be, 100% for the cause of winning the battle against someone who's collecting the original bailiffs, and actually maybe using it again for something even worse than he fought for the first time. Even though it wasn't all that bad what he did, it still turned out to be something that separated the people and caused a lot of suffering nonetheless. So I am interested in seeing how they handle that situation. But if they wind up giving us what I expect, and both of these aces falling, and then us seeing uh, jail and maybe his dad come through to help, that might turn the tides against the actual blonde hair guy for Ace, or for Lich to actually step up and finish the deal. So here's hoping for that, because I want to see all the aces fight. I want to see them pretty much push themselves to their limits, because I have a hard time believing they fought all of those soldiers and were pushed to a point where they needed to do everything necessary in their power to fight. But when it comes down to fighting each other, that makes a little bit more sense, right? That's a little bit more of a reason to push yourself to the absolute, especially if everything's coming to an end towards the end of this season. And I do have Instagram, and I posted something along the lines of don't sleep on this anime, because I feel like a lot of people have already dropped it, because there's way less talk about it than it did at the beginning, which is fair. There's parts of it that I can, I guess, agree that felt slow or felt out of place, but at the end of the day, we're still getting something remotely hype, ridiculously uh, weird with the storyline. For instance, how is Hana-chan still alive if the father was killed by Lich? So they pretty much are just saying that they didn't have any plans of actually showing us Hana and the father, Hana's father and the mother actually, when this time period could have even happened, who the woman even is, right? Like, she is no girl that I saw at the students that we met. We also have the case of why is it that she would be alive if he was taken away, and at a time where he didn't create her? Because last time we checked, he died in uniform, like almost as if he never had time to be flirting around and meeting ladies and stuff like that. So that's very interesting to me as a whole, is where did that happen? Is that even important to the story? That's what it feels like is happening. Is it's not. It just doesn't really matter. So I hope everybody's having a good one. I told you I would try to get 3 videos out in all of my videos today, and I think I might be able to achieve it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if there's anything in these shows you want to change, or anything that you can expect that I didn't talk about. I love hearing things in the comments about what I maybe didn't go over, and people bringing it to my attention in the case of just wanting to discuss about it and it didn't make it in the video. I try not to talk about every single thing, but sometimes I do, and I think one of the videos is going to have that in there. Because I have no time to just be like, oh, that video is too long, and I'll just redo it. So I think I'll have to apologize for the basketball one being long, but is it really a bad thing? Even if you don't watch it today, even if you don't watch it tomorrow or a month from now, and it's still there for people to watch it on their own pace, I truly, truly am just happy someone watches it. So thank you guys so much. I will talk to you in the next one, and peace.